I also forgot to tell you I perform in a lot of redneck clubs.
Really?
Yeah, like that's a lot of what I do.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear to God, it's been my thing.
So people that want to be offended or have a certain perception of the world, they would assume, oh, you walk into some redneck bar with a bunch of Trump MAGA hats, you know, you're going to get killed or assaulted in the parking lot, or they're going to boo you off stage, and you don't experience that at all.
No, they love me. They're very nice to me. Afterwards, they want to talk to me. They'll ask me questions. That's why I tell other LGBT people all the time, like, every once in a while, just extend yourself and make a friend. And every once in a while, when somebody asks you a question, treat them like they're being genuine rather than they're trying to offend you. Because people will ask me offensive questions about being gay, but it's like, I don't take it that way. I take it like, oh, okay, well, if you're seriously going to ask me that question, then I'll give you a serious answer.
Right.
And sometimes because I'm so blunt about the way that I say things, I'm not at all trying to shock them, but I will. And then they'll start laughing, and then suddenly we're friends. You know what I mean? Just because they're like, okay, I can't believe he said that. Well, you're the one that asked me about that. If you're going to ask me about gay sex and I give you an honest answer, and it makes you blush and laugh, and then we both start laughing, you know what I mean? Then all of a sudden we're friends. You know, now we're in a conversation. Now you don't feel nervous around me. Now you're more likely to be cool with the next gay person you meet because you've already had a gay person be nice with you. And that's what I tell, like, you know, especially some of the more militant trans people. You know, I've tried to talk to them about that. They get mad at me because I just give them what's good advice. And it's like, okay, so let me understand this. Why should I listen to you if you would go into a place where I could make friends and you'd get your ass kicked? Like, how does it make sense that I'd be looking to you to be my life coach?
Right.
You know, it makes no sense. It's like I'm supposed to what? Like, not be nice to people that maybe don't know how to be nice to me at first? Because in a lot of cases, that's what they're doing. They're trying to be nice to me. They're trying to start a conversation.
Right.
And so if they accidentally use the word fag, and I can tell that they're not meaning it in a hateful way, and they're not trying to, like, you know, goad me into anything. They just accidentally used it because that's the word they use with their friends usually. If I just completely sidestep that and treat them like, you know, they used another word like gay or whatever politically correct term, I'm fine with fag. You know, but if I just completely don't acknowledge that and just talk to them like a human being, and then it's like, you know, we have a good conversation, then, you know, why would I have wasted time getting angry? Or how would that be beneficial, not only to myself, but just in general, if you're about LGBT acceptance and whatever the fuck else you claim you're about?
Yeah. You know, it's weird because I was in the Army from 97 to 2000 in like the most redneck alpha male unit in Fort Riley, which was kind of like a low-speed unit. This is not like Special Forces or Navy SEALs or anything like that. But it was like pretty redneck Kansas, Fort Riley, middle of the country. And in no way thinking that we were being offensive to the homosexual population. When I needed like a 3/8 wrench and somebody bought me a 1/4 wrench, I was like, oh, that's gay. Like, it just doesn't fit. You know, the hole doesn't go in the screw doesn't go in the right hole. And it was, I understand the connotation came from being negative towards gays. But it wasn't, I swear it wasn't said that way. Like, we wouldn't have gone to a bar that night, ran into a gay couple and be like, oh, these motherfuckers, they don't deserve to be in here. And so when I got out of the Army, it came out of my mouth a few times when I was working at a bank where I'm like, oh, that's gay. You know, the ATM machine wouldn't fit in the right hole. And then somebody would be like, oh, you can't say that. And I was like, yeah, okay, I know I shouldn't say that, but I promise you I'm not saying it in like anger or disrespect. And it's something that should exit the nomenclature, and I get that. But to your point, it took somebody who was gay being like, hey, man, just so you know, I don't care, but some people are going to take that really offensively. And so, like, just maybe curtail that a little bit. I'm like, all right, fuck, I got to watch my mouth. Like, this is just bad. Just like when I got out of the Army, I used to say fuck every other word. And it's still a habit that I'm breaking. I remember one time I was at my buddy's house, and it was like, fuck, 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 fuck. And his dad pulled me aside, my buddy Bob, and he's like, hey, man, just so you know, my wife's in the room. We don't have to say fuck every other word. And I was like, oh, dude, sorry, just bad. You know, it was offensive to her because she was like a very devout Christian. It was like bad habit that I picked up from the Army. But it wasn't like I was trying to offend her. And I feel like in 2022, damn, if everybody's just trying to be offended by everything.
Yeah, well, and I tell people that all the time, like the people that I talk to, and, you know, when I'm in redneck spots, I'll tell people, don't talk like we're talking right now at work. You will get fired.
Right.
You know, just, I'm fine with you talking to me like this, but Don't go back to work and tell them what I told you, or like, but because I get why that's a thing. I do get it at the same time, but you're right when it comes to the being offended by everything and people looking to get offended. But I think we're really moving out of that now.
I hope so.
Yeah, I really feel like we are, because so many people just get it. And Gen Z really is a lot more balanced than millennials were.
Really? How so?